Hi friends, myself Gautama Ukey and I am making a video on summarization of novel. The White Tiger is a novel by Indian author Arvind Adiga. It was published in 2008 and won the 48th Booker Prize the same year. The novel provides a darkly humorous perspective of India's class struggle in a globalized world as told through a narration from Balram Halwai, a village boy. The novel examines issues of Hindu religion, caste, loyalty, corruption, and poverty in India. Balram Halwai narrates his life in a letter written in a 7 consecutive nights and addressed to the Chinese premier Wen Jiabao. In his letter, Balram explains how he, the son of rickshaw puller, escaped a life of servitude to become a successful businessman and describing himself as an entrepreneur. Balram was born in a rural village in a Gaya district where he lived with his grandmother, parents, brother, and extended family. He is a smart child but is forced to leave school in order to help pay for his cousin's dowry and begins to work in a tea shop with his brother in Dhanbad. While working there, he begins to learn about India's government and economy from the customers' conversations. Balram described himself as a bad servant but a good listener and decided to become a driver. After learning how to drive, Balram finds a job driving Ashok, the son of one of Lakshmangarh landlords. He takes over the job of main driver. From a small car to a heavy luxury described Honda City. He stops sending money back to his family and disrespect his grandmother during a trip back to his village. Balram moves to New Delhi with Ashok and his wife Pinky Madam. Throughout their time in Delhi, Balram is exposed to extensive corruption, especially in the government. In Delhi, the contrast between the poor and the wealthy is made even more evident by their proximity to one another. One night, Pinky Madam takes the wheel from Balram while drunk, hits something in a road, and drives away. We are left to assume that she has killed a child. Ashok's family puts a pressure on Balram to confess that he had been driving alone. Ashok becomes increasingly involved in bribing government officials for the benefit of the family coal business. Balram then decides that killing Ashok will be the only way to escape India's rooster coup. Balram metaphors for describing the operation of India's poor just as a rooster in the coop at the market watch themselves get slaughtered one by one, but are unable or unwilling to break out the cage. Similarly, Balram too is portrayed as being trapped in a metaphorical rooster coop. His family controls what he does, and society dictates how he acts. After killing Ashok by stabbing him with a broken bottle and stealing the large bribe Ashok was carrying with him, Balram moves to Bangalore, where he bribes the police in order to help start his own taxi business. Just like Ashok, Balram pays off family whose son one of his taxi drivers hit and killed. Balram explained that his own family was almost certainly killed by Ashok's relatives as a retribution for his murder. At the end of the novel, Balram rationalizes his actions and consider that his freedom is worth the lives of his family and of Ashok, and thus ends the letter to Jiabao, letting the reader think of dark humor of the tale as well as the idea of life as a trap introduced by the writer.